now, 3 miles apart on the Lawrence Corridor, it's Semi-Regular Sundays. It's our 37th remote show with our special guests, Just Go With It from Akron, Ohio, plus Katie, Zane, Luis Aravalo, and Patty Vaccarella. And now, 3 miles apart on the Lawrence Corridor, that are hesitant to get up the White House. Semi-Regular Sunday.
Hey, Stu, how are you?
I'm okay, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I don't know. Can't really say too much. I kind of just got a lot of chores done today. That was kind of just it. I don't know. Wasn't a very exciting day, but it
Yeah,
was
same.
fine.
I would say my highlight was getting my oil changed.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Trying to keep
anyway.
trips outside the apartment
Uh-huh.
to a minimum.
Yeah, so anyway, I thought I would start out the show by announcing what's on the little banner that you see down below. These are some GoFundMe campaigns and or businesses that we feel deserve your support at this time. Um, First, I thought I'd point out a GoFundMe by the comedian Chris Red. Um, he is collecting money to try to cover the medical bills for protesters that might be infected by COVID due to them going out to support the Black Lives Matter movement. Another one is the bar that Stuart and I usually do this show at. That is Shakers on Clark. It is a little bar in the Wrigleyville neighborhood of Chicago. They are currently collecting tips for their bar staff. They were able to briefly open, but unfortunately they had to close again not long after due to some of the rollbacks. And also, honestly, from what I've heard from some of the bars, like even the, like half openings, they were not making a lot of money. So I still do think that it is important that their bar staff has a way to provide for themselves during this time. Um, Third, I thought I would talk about a business that I go to. It is a place called Bodi Shak. I go there all the time. It is a gym. It is a black-owned business. They currently have classes, but classes are in a limited supply, so they still have an active GoFundMe, I believe, and that is all this information is in the description of the event. They have a GoFundMe. You can also buy classes there. Um, and last but certainly not least, there is First Sip Cafe. First Sip Cafe is a little coffee and tea shop, a little independent place on Asia and Argyle in Chicago. It's really great, got really great coffee and tea drinks, and I have a link in the description to get gift cards there. I do understand that we do actually, most of the people on this Zoom chat right now, at least 50% of them are from Akron, Ohio. And there are also people watching at home, and these businesses probably aren't local to you, unfortunately. I highlight them because I think it's important to support your local businesses. And so if these aren't local to you, I would recommend just going out and supporting the businesses that are local to you. Anyway, that's all I have. Back to you, Stuart.
I was gonna say, if I'm thinking like small businesses in Akron, I don't know why, but the first thing that comes to mind are the rubber ducks. So
Minor League Baseball.
yes,
Classic Stuart.
People told me, I mean, because I've got baseball on the mind right now.
I saw Ruben's face right next to me. There we go, Ruben. So Ruben, he had a very dumbfounded look, like he didn't even know the minor league baseball team in Akron, and you knew it. It was very funny.
Yeah, I believe they are the AA affiliate for the Indians.
All right.
Yes, and the ballpark was built on the grounds of a former rubber factory, hence the name. And their mascot is a rubber duck. So I guess the other reason why I've got baseball in the mind is Dan and I both live within a couple of miles of a major league ballpark, and it just so happens that a team that I root for is going to be playing at Wrigley tomorrow and Tuesday. Hopefully you can see the flag behind me. This is the first time that the Kansas City Royals have played at Wrigley since 2015. They were not supposed to be back at Wrigley until next year, but with the season getting postponed and the schedule getting rearranged and everything, they are playing 2 games at Wrigley this week. And then the Cubs will then play 2 games at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Also, to my understanding, okay, that's a message for Dan. Sorry, never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Well, in any case, we have an excellent show for you this evening. We have 2 improv teams and 3 stand-up comedians. and I just felt it would be best just to kind of have the show kind of bifurcated. So obviously, your hosts and producers of the evening, Barbershop Bangers.
Woohoo!
Immediately preceding the Bangers, this act was most recently seen at the Rialto Theater in Akron, Ohio. Have a tremendous reputation. Please make sure to like them on Facebook. A team called Just Go With It.
Woo!
Preceding Just Go With It, Chicago-based comedian Patty Vaccarella.
Woo!
For Patty, a good friend of ours, Luis Aravalo.
Woohoo!
And now leading us off this evening is another comedian who's become a friend of our show. We first met them when we did a show last fall called Those Who Served and Those Who Also Served, where all of our performers were either military veterans or had worked in the hospitality industry. In Chicago, by way of Washington, D.C., please give it up for Kate and Zane.
Thank you so much, Stuart. Thank you so much for having me. I am very excited to hopefully make y'all laugh. At the beginning of quarantine, there was several video game sequels that got dropped. Like right at the beginning, I kept thinking like, well played capitalism. People are going to need those. But one of the games that got dropped is part of a franchise that's been around for about 20 years, Animal Crossing. And I'd kind of forgotten about it until I started seeing like all these people in their 30s posting about it on Facebook. And the more I saw it, I started to realize that Animal Crossing is just The Sims, but for furries. And the thing is, it's like people are out there just like, I just like to dress like an animal and go visit my friends that also are dressed like animals. That's what I enjoy. That's how I like to spend my free time. And the thing is, I think it is so progressive that we have a game that is for a very specific, sexual, thing that you're into. And then it's also for kids. Like, and it's not creepy. It's for both of those parties and not weird. And I just feel like that's the America I want to see more of. That's what I'm interested in. Do you guys think that the first person that heard a talking parrot, like a talking bird, shit themselves? Because I feel like that's the only response to seeing an animal talk for the first time. Like, it's a fucking miracle. You're too good. You're too good for a miracle. Like, you're not going to shit yourself. Like, that is just also wasted opportunity. It's like the one time you could shit yourself, totally fair. No one's going to give you a hard time. And I'm just saying, I hope that went down like that. I suffer from a bunch of different mental health issues. I have anxiety, depression, and borderline personality disorder. And one of the things I've gotten to treat and deal with that is something called exposure therapy. And some of you guys might know what that is, but if you're not familiar, exposure therapy is essentially when you tell your therapist how much discomfort you would like to enjoy, and then they do that for you, followed by a valued activity, like reading a book, listening to a song, taking a short walk. So it's just medically sanctioned BDSM. Like, you have made your therapist your mistress. You've said exactly how much pain you would like, and there's a valued activity at the end. You get to come. And to be honest, I have dabbled in both of these things, and BDSM is cheaper, especially in these times. So if you're on a dime and you really need some help, I suggest it. Also, I'm not a medical professional. Don't listen to me. I'm a comedian. These are just my opinions. Please don't listen to me when it comes to medical opinions. When I was growing up, I got picked on a lot. I was nerdy. I've had the same size nose that I have now since I was 10. And I have a gap in my front teeth. Like, I was going to get picked on. And it probably got the worst when I got to 5th grade. And this girl put a ketchup packet on my chair. And of course, this is the 90s, and I'm wearing a giant white shirt that goes clear past my butt. And I sit on it, get ketchup all over it. And then I get to do the thing that like every kid dreads: going to the lost and found and having to wear someone's clothes that aren't yours. That's like one of the worst things that can possibly happen. First of all, I was already getting picked on. And so like the school doubled down by giving me a stranger's sweatshirt that smelled like other people. Like this wasn't going to get better when I got back to class. So to be honest, I continued to be not very cool. And so by the time I got to 6th grade, my best friend at the time was like, hey, we can't be friends while we're at school. So we had to pretend not to know each other, which is pretty messed up. And being the person I am and still am sometimes, I was like, yeah, that's fine. But this meant taking the same bus. And then I would pretend to walk up the sidewalk to my own house. And then I would literally sneak back through the woods to hers. So I've known what it was like to be a side chick since I was 12. And to be honest, it made for some really great later choices I would make in life. I'm polyamorous now. I just leaned in. And honestly, at the time, I also looked a lot like the oldest brother from the Hansons, if you remember that band. And the thing is, you barely remember him. And the reason why is because he was the ugly brother. Like he was the ugly one. I looked a lot like that guy. So it's sort of fair that someone was like, I don't want to know you. You look, like that guy. And that's cool. Another reason why she maybe didn't want to hang out is I do come from a pretty dysfunctional family. I feel like my haircut is always a dead giveaway of that. But my family is pretty dysfunctional. Yeah, my brother's Mormon. Just him. Yeah, just him. It's fun. My mom is a recovering horse girl who labels her own peanut butter with her initials despite only living with my father. And recently, the third born in the family, found out that I am my older sister's power of attorney. And the thing is, like, I'm not really sure how I ended up in the hot seat for this, but I should mention that about 5-6 months ago, I was in a mental institution and I can neither own or operate legally firearms. Can't legally go certain places, but I can make major medical decisions for my sister because that is the country we live in. Let's see here. So another thing I have to deal with is that I have multiple sclerosis, which is fine. I'm sure, maybe you feel bad for me right away. It's fine. It's an autoimmune disease. It just means I'm self-deprecating by factory setting. And it does cause some interesting problems with my body. When I first started doing stand-up, I was peeing my pants a lot. And, I was new. That's what I had to talk about. So I told a lot of jokes about peeing my pants. And my body heard the jokes and then doubled down on the bad behavior. And so now when I laugh really hard or cough really hard, I just come. And I don't mean I have an orgasm because some of you look confused. No. It's just a female ejaculation into my underwear. And it's just a mess, like a wet bathing suit. And to be honest, in the age of this pandemic and the Zoom, you guys are very safe in your own homes right now. You don't have to worry about where I've been sitting. And little did you know the pandemic was going to keep you safe from my accidental cum. I'm just saying, it's got its weird silver lining perks for you. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about is another thing that doesn't work very well. There's no really good way to put it. I suffer from a broken asshole. And some of you are like, I don't know what that means. Please stop talking. Other people are like, please tell me more because I'm weird and I want to know all about your butthole. Somebody out there felt that way when I started. I know you. I can smell my own, even if I'm over here. But the thing is, if you're trying to figure what I mean, it's like, you ever had a bag of bread and you lost the twist tie? So you're going through your drawer trying to find the twist tie and you find one, you put it on the bag. It doesn't do its job. It does not secure the bag. That's my asshole every day, not doing its one job. And the thing is, there's a muscle in our throat commonly referred to as the gag reflex. It is a muscle that tightens, especially when you try to put a dick in there. It does not like that. So that's often how people know if they have a good gag reflex or not. It's the same muscle as your asshole. And you can imagine which of those muscles is super functional in my body. Not lucky enough to have that the other way around. And I'm very, very on board for Like if there's like some weird, like you can take your esophagus situation and your butthole situation and you can reverse those. Sign me up for that experimental surgery. If you know any weird doctors that are into that, please let me know after the show. I would really appreciate it. One of the last things I'll tell you guys about my asshole is that when I fart, it sounds like ducks quacking. And I found this out at the beginning of quarantine because my partner would laugh hysterically. And I was like, you're 33, farts cannot be that funny. But it turns out it's not just like one kind of duck quack. It's like all the duck quacks, sad duck, alarm duck, happy duck. So I have the ultimate survival skill now. Just got to get gassed up, go to a park, and then I'm good. Maybe sell it by the side of the road. Not the side hustle I expected to have in 2020, but you don't ever know what's going to happen. And really, with all this time I've had, I am just trying to find someone who would just blow in my asshole like a Nintendo cartridge to see if that would fix the problem. If you know anyone, also let me know after the show. That has been my time. I've been Katie Zane. Thank you guys so much.
Katie Zane, everyone. Thank you so much, Katie. We appreciate it. All right, so in between acts, we check in with our audience because this is how you do crowdsourcing in 2020. We check in, see if comments, questions, concerns, grievances, feedback. If we have anything tonight, Dan?
Yeah, so I'm noticing a lot of activity on the feed. I thought I'd give some shout outs to some people I see watching. This includes one of the people in our little what do you call it? The slideshow there. First Sip Cafe liked the video, as well as Patty Vaccarella. She's actually right next to me. Right.
Patty's
I can never point the right way. There we go. Ryan M. Dyke. Wait, is he also in this? There he is. Okay, he's right below me. Nan Hoang, Elizabeth Harper, someone we've had before in our show. I don't think we've had her virtually, but we've had her.
Well, I'm going to see if I can rectify that.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Jesse Gallo, Becky Selzer, and Pete Glass. Pete Glass, for those of you who don't know, is the social media manager at Shakers on Clark. He's also just been a big fan of us since we've gone virtually. Oh, I just saw Marjorie Preston just joined too.
Oh, Marjorie Preston, one of our Cleveland comedy friends.
I thought I'd make one more comment, and that is that Brian Fox, one of the people here, he shared a list of some black-owned businesses on the Devil's Strip in Akron, Ohio. So if people are watching from Akron, you can look at that and know some of the black-owned business that you can support.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much, Dan. So our next performer, if I'm not mistaken, recently appeared on the front page of the Chicago Sun-Times. Is that right? Or am I thinking of someone else? Okay.
He's muted at the moment.
This was a comedian that was recommended by one of our Chicago comedy friends, and we're always trying to build our network. And obviously someone who definitely has a reputation that precedes her. From Chicago, please give up Patty Vaccarella.
Patty, you still have to unmute yourself.
Okay, there I am. Okay. Thank you so much. I am so excited to be here. Thank you for this opportunity. I am wearing pants and lipstick at the same time for the first time in months. It's so weird. I'm at a really awkward stage in my life. I'm between menopause and death. It's true. Look, I know I'm too old to be messing with TikTok and Snapchat and all that bullshit. But I also know I am not yet ready for life alert, in spite of the fact that I've had 2 joint replacements within the last 3 years, mostly because I spent my 20s getting used like a farm animal. No regrets. It's easy to kind of lose track of things during this pandemic, and it's easy to get things out of place and out of sorts. And I mixed up my swear jar and my gratitude jar, and all I know right now is I'm just fucking grateful. I don't know if anybody else has ever done anything for someone they're dating that wasn't really in their nature to do it, but you did it to please them. Like, did you ever do that? Anybody? Don't do that. It doesn't work. It's ridiculous, and stop doing it if you are. Anyway, I was dating this one guy, and we were out one night dancing. was in summertime. It was really hot. We're on the dance floor. We're hot. We're sweaty. We're having a great time. All the women are in like little summer dresses, a lot of skin showing. And all of a sudden, he leans into my ear and he's like, oh, that chick over there is so hot. And you know what? I'm not a crazy psycho woman. I am, but it's got nothing to do with this story. Anyway, so I want to see this chick who's sexy. And yeah, I don't care where my man gets his appetite as long as he eats at home. It's fine with me. So I'm looking in the direction he's pointing. I see this woman, but I couldn't tell you one thing about her. Nothing. All I know is that she had the hairiest armpits I've ever seen on a woman. I'm like, the hairy one over there? It's like, oh, she's so sexy. Well, this is where I got a little bit hurt. You see, we've been together a couple years. He never once said to me that he found body hair on a woman attractive. I'm half Sicilian. I could have done that shit for him a long time ago if he would only told me. So we go home, and I do what any woman in love would do. I throw out my razors and my Nair and my Epilady, cancel my waxing appointment, and in about 3 weeks, I too am sporting a set of Jamaican twins under my arms, and from the waist down, it kind of looks like I'm wearing a black hula skirt. He loved it. He was so enamored of all that hair. He was wrapping it around his head like a turban. He was rolling up in it like a burrito. He loved it. I hated it. I hated it. I had never felt more repulsive or unattractive in my entire life. But I kept it for like a month because I'm a good woman. And then I came home from work one day and I was assessing the situation. I'm like, no, this has got to go. So I'm shaving everywhere, all the way down, even a little bit by the back door because I was getting a little bit of a tail, you guys. It was terrible. So that night we're getting ready for bed and he sees that I'm clean shaven. He's like, what have you done? I'm like, look, honey, I know it was fun for a little bit. It was good. You were enjoying it, but it wasn't my thing at all. And that's the nice thing about us. We can discuss this and it's just a little bit of hair. You and me, we're still good, right? And he looked at me, he's like, it was beautiful. And you ruined it. And he left me. He left me for a lady Sasquatch. It's true. It's 100% true. But eventually those two started having problems because the lady Sasquatch soon realized she needed a much taller man in order to groom her back hair properly. And if those two kids couldn't make it work, I don't know how the rest of us could possibly imagine making it work. But I did learn two things. I learned to always be true to myself and to never, ever date outside of my species. Now there's this younger generation of people. Some people call them failure to launch babies. Other people call them boomerang kids. I don't care what you call them. I used to have one living in my house. I didn't know how to get rid of them. It's weird when your adult kids come home to live with you because they've learned their own thing and you've gone back to being a freak and having sex everywhere and you can't do that now that the kids are home. So one day my son came home and he's saying to me, he's like, you remember that girl I'm dating? I'm like, yeah, she's fine. And what's going on? He's like, well, can she spend the night? And I'm like, your dad and I, we're going to have to talk about that. And yeah, no, the answer is no. He's like, why? Having sex
We're both grown-ass adults.
Do that. I'm like, oh, grown-ass adults, huh? Why don't you try this on for size? Why don't you just go and get yourself a grown-ass hotel room or a grown-ass apartment or even go into the backseat of your grown-ass car because it was good enough for your dad and I. It's good enough for the two of you. The next morning I get up, making breakfast, and he gets up and he strolls into the kitchen. And he says, oh, what's for breakfast? I'm like, oh, come on, sit down. So he sits down and I said, honey, when you first left, your dad and I were so sad. We did not know what to do with ourselves. We wanted to be close to you. And the only thing we could think of was to have sex a lot in your room. All over the place, every single surface, and all over the house too. Even the breakfast table. Enjoy your breakfast. And I left. 2 weeks later, he was out of the house. I am a problem solver. Thank you very much. A lot of people are doing these DNA tests, and I realize I don't need to do one. I know exactly what I'm made of. Sugar, spice, and top shelf vodka. That's all I needed to know. And then I saw one on Groupon for like $35. I'm like, done deal. So I sent in my results, came back 47% Italian. Okay, fine. 20% French. It's a little bit lower, whatever. 14% Irish. Hold the phone. Listen, my entire life I've been told I was half Italian, a quarter Irish, and a quarter French. No one ever said jack shit about there being anything else in there. I'm also 13% Scandinavian. Amazing. Where is it? That's like an eighth of a Swede is residing in this stumpy little Dago body. I'm not tall. I'm not blonde. I didn't get those typical gigantic Scandinavian blue eyes. You thought I was going to say tits. I didn't get those either. Ha ha, joke's on me. There is nothing here that says Nordic princess. This is more like mafia mistress. Was out pre-pandemic with some friends. We were out having a couple drinks. A bunch of my friends got up and they left, and I was finishing my beer, and there was a guy there. I didn't really know him all that well, but we start talking, and it soon occurs to me that this guy's a real asshole. And I told him, because that's who I am. And he looked at me, he's like, honey, sweetie, doll face, you got it all wrong. I'm not an asshole. I'm a natural born alpha male. And I looked at him like, oh, okay, well, that makes perfect sense to me, because I too understand pack mentality in dogs. And now that I know your rank in the pack, I could relate to you in my perspective, in my rank in the pack. And that way we're not going to have any more of these communication issues. How does that sound to you? He's like, yeah, it's about time somebody shows me the respect I deserve. I said, absolutely. So I grabbed him by the neck, got him to roll over on his belly, and then I peed on him. Then I had him neutered, brought up to date on his vaccines, and I rehomed him because I am a kind, compassionate alpha female. That's all the time I have. Thank you so much. Thanks, Stuart. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Woohoo!
All right. Thank you so much. Patty Vaccarella, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, Dan, let's take another quick check-in.
Sure. So I saw a bunch of people join the stream during that. Those included my old coworker Derek. I saw Ruben Ryan, who is like right there. Yeah. So thanks for liking the post. I saw Katie Zane, who also liked the post. She's two below me, and Christina Reese. So thank you to everyone. And Brian Fox just liked it as well. So thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. And if at any point you have missed any part of the show so far, all of our shows are archived on the Flower Shop Bangers Facebook page. Make sure to like and follow for updates on all of our remote shows. We do this every Sunday and most Wednesdays. We'll be taking one Wednesday off later this month, but otherwise you can pretty much count on us to be here same time, twice a week, 2 nights a week, I mean. Also, if you have a team or if you're a solo performer or anything like that, we are booking for late August. We are also open to recommendations and suggestions of acts as well, if they're friendly to performing in Zoom, since it looks like we're going to be doing this Zoom thing for definitely a few more weeks.
Hey, Stu.
Yes,
one thing you could talk about is the tip jar.
Oh, that's right. Well, I don't physically have the tip jar here with me, but when Dan and I relaunched our show at Shakers on Clark a little over 2 years ago, we began to campaign to save Chicago barprov. There used to be free, mostly improv shows, but also like a mix of other things, including like poetry, stand-up comedy, solo bits, solo sketch, stuff like that, all across the north side of the city, mostly along the Belmont corridor. And, well, again, we're talking about places like Underground Lounge, which is where we first produced our show, AJ Hudson's, Crocodile Lounge, a bunch of other bars whose names I'm forgetting. But one by one, these bars either started phasing out comedy, or they went out of business, or they just kind of took things in a different direction. So Dan and I took it upon ourselves to become the tent pole for Chicago Barprov. And we have a I guess what you call a barprov tip jar. So if you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll find my Venmo as well as Dan's Venmo. And if you are willing, if you are enjoying the show tonight, you are welcome to tip all of our performers. Any tips will be split 9 ways. So if you were to tip, say, $9, everyone tonight gets $1. Yep. I neglected to tell everyone that this was a paying gig. That was kind of intentional. I guess I like the element of surprise. Without further ado, our next comedian is originally from Elgin, Illinois. We first met him when in a show, a very rare Bangers Suburbs show. We were at Elgin Community College about 4 years ago, and we've had him in our show a number of times since then. Please welcome back, Luis Arabalo.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Yeah, thank you. Please hold on the applause. I need to start. Please. I can't skip over the applause. Please, guys. I don't have much time. Please. I know. Aren't your hands getting tired of clapping so much? Okay. All right, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop stalling. Yeah, my name is Luis. First things first. I know that I look like a Chinese lesbian, but I am Mexican, which makes my parents Mexican, and I speak Spanish. You know, I speak Spanish because that's the only language my mom speaks. And quite honestly, as soon as my mom dies, so does my Spanish. You know, I don't plan on keeping it. It doesn't do anything cool. You know, it doesn't get me free guac at Chipotle. And I still speak Spanish, you know, like I still speak Spanish, you know, because I can't go up to my mom. I can't go up to my mom and be like, hey lady, this is America. Either you learn the language or you don't have a relationship with your son. And I can't tell my mom that, you know, like you guys hate me for it. Just imagine how my mom will feel, you know? Can't tell my mom that. The reason why I can't tell my mom that is because I don't know how to say that in Spanish, you know? So so it's just gonna be awkward. But I don't know. I feel like being bilingual is a trap. I feel like being bilingual is a trap. No, that's not what I meant. Not a trap. I feel like it's a waste of time. There you go. That sounds way more politically correct. I think it's a waste of time because being bilingual, you're not gonna impress. You're not gonna impress no one that already speaks that language. You know, like nobody is gonna be impressed like all this. You know, like there's no like if you like let's say you learn Japanese, like people in Japan are gonna be like, wow, he knows. Wow, they know Japanese. That's so cool. No, you know, like the reason you learn Japanese is to watch anime and to impress white women who love anime. You know, like that's the only reason to learn Japan and other languages. You know, is to impress white people. Let's do what other jokes I want to do. I've been thinking about since a lot of people are dying. I've been thinking about death a lot, and one thing I realized is that as I still live with my parents, as I get older, my parents get older, and I realize that I'm gonna be the one that's gonna discover the dead body of my parents, you know, and it's very sad. So I'm trying to prepare myself mentally, you know, I feel like I'm trying to prepare myself mentally, so I've seen it so many times on how it's gonna happen. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna go right into my parents' room because I need $20, and instead of my parents telling me to go get a job, they're gonna be dead, you know. And when you find a dead body, that ruins your whole night, you know. like you have to cancel plans. You know, you have to you got to Google what to do with a dead body. You know, now you're a suspect. You got to grieve. You know, you got to cancel plans. You know, you still don't have $20. You know, so that's really sad. But you know, on the positive side is, even though my parents are dead, at, at least I still get their house. You know, at least you know I still get their house, and that's about generational wealth. You know, like that shows that even though my parents are dead, they made something of themselves, passed down to their children. And I think that's beautiful. Generational wealth, guys. My parents are Mexican and they're Republican. Um, and I'm a Democrat because I don't want to lose my friends. And I just listen, man. I'm not loyal to any specific party because none of them really care about people of color. But I will vote. But I will vote for whoever. I'm not gonna lie. I will vote for whoever is willing to uh, deport the Amish people. You know, fuck the Amish people. You know, not in my country. You know, fuck them. Fuck Amish people. And I do listen. I do have a reason to hate Amish people. It's not just blind hatred. Even it's not blind hatred because just blind hatred is not funny enough. The reason why I hate Amish people is because I feel like Amish people are wasting their white privilege, you know. And as someone that's kind of white passing, it annoys me, you know. Like I just want to grab an Amish person, and I just want to shake him, you know. I just want to be like, you don't have to do this. You don't have to live life like this, you know. You don't have to churn. You don't have to churn your own milk. Let me save you. Let me teach you how to be white the right way, you know. And the cool thing about Amish people is like we don't really gotta like build like this big expensive wall, you know. Like the least we could do is build like an electric fence around the border, you know, just electric fence, you know, something cool. You know. Either that, or you could be nice and deport Amish people to like a nice place, you know, a place that doesn't have electricity, you know, a place that has cows, you know, that's tropical, you know, a place like Puerto Rico, you know, and it's okay. I can say that joke because I'm Mexican and we hate the Puerto Ricans, you know. So fuck them, you know. Have them deal with the Amish problem. I want to say at the beginning of my set, shout out to Daniel. He looks like shout out to Daniel, man. He really looks like he's glowing up. Every time I see Daniel in the quarantine, he looks better and better. So shout out to him. Whenever this is all over, I'm not gonna be able to recognize him. I'll be like, who are you? You can't be Daniel. You look too good, you know? So shout out to Daniel for that. Just wanted to say that. Let's see what else. I have an Instagram bio. You can follow me on Instagram. My username is right here. At a humble Luis. I was reading an interview recently on the gram by this very rich person. You might have heard of him. His name is Warren Buffett, and they asked Warren, how come you drive a Honda Accord? You're rich, you know, you could drive any car you want. And his response was, well, I'm rich because I drive that Honda Accord, right? Genius stuff. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Because I drive a Honda Accord because I stole it. It's not the same. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really talk to my mom about breakups. I don't, you know, I don't know. First of all, I'm finding out that a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't really have good relationships with their parents, which makes me feel a lot better. I don't honestly. One thing I did learn before quarantine, when I was working on this joke, only rich people really talk to their parents, and it makes sense because like if your parents have money, you kind of still want to talk to them. You know, like there's no other reason to want to still talk to your parents. Like you guys don't have nothing in common. You know, like you guys just grew up together, and you guys kind of didn't like it. So obviously, rich people are still gonna talk to their parents. You know, so I hope my parents enjoy our time together because I'm never coming back. Uh, but I don't talk to my mom about breakups, you know, because my mom doesn't let me be sad. You know, she doesn't let me really be sad about the breakup, which is very toxic. You know, it's very toxic. It's not healthy. You know that, and also like how do you how do you tell your mom that you miss being choked? You know, how do you say that in Spanish? You know, how do you tell it to your mom? And also, like, I don't want my mom. I don't want to say that to my mom to look at me and be like, same, same, Nico, same. I was like, I don't need that. I don't need that description in my life. All right, cool. That is my time. Thank you guys so much. Follow me on Instagram at @ahumbleluis, LUIS. Thank you so much. Bye.
Luis Arevalo, everyone. Thank you, Luis. Glad to have you. Luis was the last minute addition to our show tonight. This is kind of on our short list of guys where, there's a situation where coming back out, we need someone to get hold of. He's definitely one of those guys. So, Luis, always a pleasure. We hope to see you again soon. Thank you, man. All right, so, Dan, another quick check-in.
Honestly, the stream has stayed pretty consistent for viewership. I did enjoy Marjorie Preston's take on the Amish, though. She said, I need all the Amish knowledge I can get right now during this pandemic, like canning and water glassing eggs. So maybe we should thank the Amish because, they're resourceful, and especially during times like this when, resources are, we have to work with what we have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good way of thinking of that. Thank you, Marjorie. All right. Otherwise, I'm assuming the numbers have been looking pretty good. We've got a lot of people tuning in live.
Yeah. No, lots of people.
Okay, excellent. And you have not done so already, please, if you can, donate to the Improv Tip Jar. Again, we'll be splitting all of your tips 9 ways tonight. I mean, just think, again, if you donate 18 cents, all of our performers tonight will get 2 pennies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just saying. All right. So that's the stand-up part of our show. The second half of our show is all improv this evening. So this is our next act is an improv team whose reputation precedes them. I know I do say that a lot. They are pretty much synonymous with improv in Akron, Ohio. You may not think that's a place where you would associate with improv, but people have gone out of their way, whether they drive all the way from Lake County or from Toledo or from Shaker Heights or what have you. They come from all over every nook and crevasse of the state of Ohio to see our next act. And it is an esteemed pleasure to have them in our show. Please welcome Just Go With It.
Quick note, can everyone else please turn off their video so that we can get
Hey, Patty, turn off your video. Patty's going to be an extra member of our group tonight.
Oh my gosh, I think Patty has stepped away.
I think Patty stepped away.
Oh no.
So you think she's making something to eat or she's going to the bathroom? What do you think?
I don't know. Daniel should be able to turn off her camera though.
Maybe Daniel.
Oh,
oh, there he did it. He did it.
I can't turn off her camera.
Yay!
Hello, thank you. We are Just Go With It Improv, Akron's premier improv, long-form improv troupe.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight we're going to be performing improv for you. So for those of you who don't know what improv is, we're going to
I don't know what improv is. What is it?
That's
listen up, Ryan.
Okay.
We're gonna get a suggestion from you, our audience, and then you don't have to worry about anything. We will create something inspired by your suggestions. We don't know what's gonna happen, but we can't wait to find out. So, Ryan, if you think you've caught up now, why don't you and Brian go ahead and get started with getting some suggestions from our audience.
All right. So we're gonna need to get some suggestions from you, our audience. So on the count of 3, or just at the end of this sentence, because it's live, doesn't really translate the same way. But on the count of 3, our audience, we're gonna need you to shout out your favorite Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movie. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Or put it in chat. You could do that too.
Put it in the chat. I forgot. See, it doesn't really translate the same way. But anyways, if you said any of the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movies, you
got Scorpion King.
Because
Stuart says Scorpion King.
They are all the best. So you are correct, audience members. They're all the best.
Well, we appreciate you warming up with us. We're going to start off this long-form improv scene meeting. We're going to get one suggestion, and then we're going to go for about 20 minutes or so, just based on that one suggestion. Now we need the one suggestion that you put in the chat. Here's what we need. What's a reason why people would have a Zoom meeting? What's a reason? Put that in the chat for us. We're waiting. Oh, a family reunion is the first one that shall pop up. Family reunion.
Family reunion.
Thank you for that suggestion. Okay, family reunion.
All right.
First guy here. Okay. All right. Oh, man.
Uncle Joey, how are you doing, Uncle Joey? It's good to see ya. Uncle Joey, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Blake. I just hate you.
Oh, Uncle Joey, what? Come on now, Uncle Joey. It's good to see you. How you been?
I had my pancreas out.
Uncle Joey, you got your pancreas out?
No, I'm sorry, gallbladder.
Oh, okay, because I remember last time you got your pancreas out. Now it's your gallbladder.
I don't think you can take that out.
Uncle Joey, you falling apart, man. What's going on?
I'm 60.
Well, Uncle Joey, I always thought you were a tad over 40. You're a fine-looking old man. You know that, right?
Oh, my God. You would be the first person to get here. You would be the first person to get here.
Uncle Joey, you know me.
Are any of your parents coming?
Oh, I don't know. Mama.
Oh, I'm here. How's everybody doing? Hey, there's my sweet Blakey boy.
Oh, Mama, hey, how you doing?
Oh, I wish I could just kiss your face on the screen, Blake.
Kiss him.
Oh, you know, some mamas have empty nest syndrome, not this mama, because I've got you on my screen anytime I want you, Blake.
Oh, Mama.
It's so good. Oh, hey, Joe.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I had my gallbladder out.
Yeah, I saw that in the newsletter. Nice of you to send that.
Hey, everybody. Sorry I'm late. I just had a little trouble parking my car before I got on the Zoom, and then I had a little technical trouble, but I'm glad to be here. It's great to see all of you.
Grandpa Stewart, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful. I'm just feeling vibrant and feeling fit as a fiddle. I've been taking some protein and putting those in my shakes. That's been helping me quite a bit.
Grandpa Stewart, you were always the most health conscious person I ever met, Grandpa Stewart. You know that? You're just great. You know that? I look up to you.
Dad, you are using the automatic parallel parking feature on your car. I made sure you had that in your most recent car
for the love of God.
You said trouble parking, so I just want to make sure you are using the technology that I set up for you, Dad.
You know, I'm fine. It's okay. There was no problems at all.
Me and your father They've been parking cars since before they were driven by robots, okay? We don't need all this extra bullshit.
Uncle
Listen to Joey.
Joey.
Listen to Joey. Listen. I know that you have some ageism going on. I know that you feel like you have some sort of worry or concern, but I'm telling
Come
you,
on.
Joey's had surgery.
Whoa, these are big labels being thrown out here. Ageism.
Yeah, ageism. That's right. That's right. Listen, I want to have a good time. All right. You know, I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine. I don't mean trouble like I wrecked something. I mean trouble because my condo complex. There's
All right. Listen, if we're gonna get into all this fancy smancy talk, I'm gonna go get me a drink. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get me a beer.
Like, don't be long. Mama will miss you.
You are coddling that boy.
He came out of me. I love him. How could I be coddling him?
I don't know. He gets away with everything. Doesn't have a job. I mean,
he has his whole life to get a job. Why do it now? Then you just check the box.
He's 25.
Sure.
Jesus, he's older than I thought.
He's on his second undergraduate degree. I'm so proud of him.
His second undergraduate degree.
Well, the first one really didn't fit him, so he decided to stop that one.
He didn't finish it.
No, correct, because he had that self-awareness that it just wasn't right for him. And instead of, like having to finish a book, even if you're not enjoying it, that was the way he described it to me, which I thought was such a wise analogy. And I
didn't go about owning 5 companies because I was self-aware. I went about owning 5 companies because I built those companies.
Yes.
All right. Who wants to do keg stands with me? Who wants to do keg stands?
Blake, you're so adventurous.
Yeah.
I just love your spirits.
Listen, I'm going to do a keg stand right here on this Zoom meeting for all y'all.
I don't need you to do a kick.
Uncle Joey, come on. You're so in the past, Uncle Joey. You need to catch up, be in the future.
Blake, be gentle. Like Uncle Joey said, he had surgery recently. He's probably feeling like he's missing out on a lot of life right now. So let's give him a little bit of a little bit of understanding.
Actually, I feel great. I can eat gluten again.
Is that the most exciting thing you did in the past week, Uncle Joe, is eat gluten?
God damn it. Blake, you son of a... Okay, you know what? I'll be right back. I need a drink.
Are you allowed to, Joe? I hope he's taking care of himself.
Listen, Uncle Joey has been nothing but a pansy these past couple of months. He's always got something wrong with him, always going in for some kind of surgery. If he was the Uncle Joey I remember 10 years ago, he'd be doing keg stands with me.
I know.
He's 93.
Blake, have you been sending those motivational podcasts to him that you've been creating?
I've been sending the motivational podcast. I've been sending the funny memes. I've been sending them funny gags in the mail. I've been trying to do whatever I can to get him. Listen, I put underneath his seat a funny fart maker that every couple of minutes a fart noise will pop out, and he just seems to think it's himself.
You just bring so much joy to the world, Blake.
I try.
Oh.
Uncle Joey, did you get a drink, Uncle Joey? What are you drinking?
Water.
Oh, Uncle Joey.
Joe, just make sure you...
Look, I gotta go to the doctor again. You know, they really thought after the gallbladder got taken out that the flatulence problems would stop. But that keeps happening. So I gotta get that figured out.
That must be really uncomfortable, Joe. I'm sorry.
It's uncomfortable. I had major surgery.
So
Joey,
farting all over the place, or just in your chair?
Mostly in my car, actually.
Oh, Uncle Joey, look underneath your seat right now. You'll see I put a fart machine underneath there. Check it underneath your seat.
I'm sorry.
Right
what?
Underneath your
He's pulling a prank on you, Joey. He's pulling a prank on you. Blake, you think that's funny? You think that's funny?
Funny kid I have.
I met my fucking deductible.
Joe, come on, have a sense of humor, all right? You just
My
wanted to-
deductible's $5,000. I do not have good insurance.
If you need better insurance, you know, I do have one of my companies has insurance. I could get you a deal. I go into the office about 4 times a week, not 5 times a week. I'm trying to slow it down a little bit. But listen, I could get you a deal on insurance. All right?
Oh, Blake, I forgot. I wrote a running list of all the wonderful things I thought about you this week. I want to read them out loud to you. So let me go grab that list.
All
I'll
right,
be
Mom.
right back.
Go get that.
Right. Don't go anywhere, sweetheart.
Right here. Listen,
What?
Uncle Joey, you need to zip it. You know Mom has been having a hard time since Daddy died.
And here's another thing. You talk like you have no formal education.
What?
And I know you do because your grandfather here is paying for all of your college to help your mother, who can barely make ends meet. Do you still live at home?
No, I got an apartment. I live above the garage at my mom's house.
Blake,
But I pay rent.
How much is your rent?
Uncle Joey, why are you always so mean to me?
Is it over $400 a month?
Listen, we don't need to get into semantics. What we need to know is that Mom has been having a hard time since Daddy died. And we need to be here to lift her up and get her spirits better.
You know, I agree, Blake. I agree. We should lift her up and get her spirits better.
Yeah. You got any ideas how to do that, Uncle Joey?
I do. It's called you get a job
and move out.
and you move out. So that she doesn't have to support you.
Okay, I found my list, and I'm just going to do one, and then I'll just pepper them into our conversation from there, okay? So I know this is a family reunion, but I know everybody really wants to celebrate Blake just being Blake. So, sweetheart, I was making some fresh squeezed orange juice for you. You know how I like to leave that at your door over by your apartment, so far away from me. And I was thinking, you know, your smile makes me feel as refreshed in my day as that fresh squeezed orange juice I left for you. And I thought you should know.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you for doing that, Blake.
I love you, Mama. I love you. I know you've been going through a lot, but I just have to say you're the best damn mama a little boy like me could have.
Well, you know, at times I get overwhelmed. I don't want to make this family reunion about me. I know, but losing your father and everything was so hard. But, you know, I realized if I just pour every cell of my being into being devoted to my son, I'll be fine.
That's right. That's right. You do what you got to do to get by, Mama.
Christ.
Listen, sweetheart, listen to me. I know you're having a rough time.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciated the signature on the back of a business card at the funeral. That was really,
of course.
really
Listen.
thoughtful. Really, that's probably the most heartfelt extension of emotion I've ever gotten from you, Dad.
I could only be there for 5 minutes. I couldn't waste time signing the book with the
Yeah,
guest.
I know. That's because you kind of threw the business card at me. You didn't even hand it to me. You just kind of.
I had to catch the helicopter. All right. Now listen.
Grandpa, can I have an extra $500?
No.
But
Listen.
Grandpa, please.
Blake, sit down and shut up.
Yeah.
You hurt my feelings.
You have to hear something, darling. You have to hear something. You don't even have your own name in the Zoom call. You have Blake's mom. You have to have your own identity. Mark. For so many times you were Ted's wife. Now you're Blake's mom. You need to have your own identity. All right. This young man Blake is 25 years old. He's old enough to get a job. He's old enough to live in his own apartment. All right. I understand he wants support, but he's going to make it on his own. Now he keeps siphoning money off of you, which is really siphoning money off of me since I pay off your bills as well. Now I'm paying his bills, I'm paying your bills, and I'm really getting close to the end of this.
You know what? I'm
wanna
going to
be
pick my name. Thank you for reminding me. I should be honoring Ted's
Oh,
memory.
no.
That's not what I meant.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Ted. I'm sorry.
That's not what anyone's talking about.
Well, Joey, come on. It's it's not like you really understand what it's like to have someone in your life for a number of years and just give everything to them and have them disappear.
My wife's totally dead. What?
Yeah, but it's different, Joe.
She died
Why?
years ago. It was a long time ago. You should be way over that by now.
It was 5.5 years.
Oh, that's good enough. Listen, this
Joe,
is
we
exactly,
don't
between
have
the
to
two.
make this a competition. We're not kids anymore. This isn't us trying to fight for Dad's attention. I'm sure he threw a business card at you at Laney's funeral too.
You're making Blake more and more soft every day. All right.
What's wrong with being soft, Dad?
It's not that he's soft, it's that he's ungrateful.
Both.
He's soft and ungrateful.
My son is thankful for every moment of life. You know, he makes these inspirational podcasts for people like you who are not really able to embrace all that
I'm
life.
aware of his inspirational podcast.
Aren't they brilliant?
Did someone say podcast?
Have you listened to this boy's podcasts?
I have one right here I can recite to you guys. Are you ready? Okay, I got a podcast here. I can recite. It's just a quick one-line podcast. Roses are red. Violets are glue. You and me together, we make the color blue.
What?
That doesn't make any sense. Blake.
It's poetry. You really touched me with that one.
So motivational.
It makes me want to go out in the world and just feel things. Thank you, Blake. Thank you for that.
Okay, am I the only one who's actually listened to this podcast? Because, it's 50% him prank calling people and then ending the call with, "You should have found Jesus."
Oh, my goodness. You are such a trickster.
It's funny, Uncle Joey. It's funny.
I'm getting another call. I just need to pick up myself, and I'll be right back.
Ugh.
Okay,
All right,
you two.
real quick. Grandpa Stewart, he's been really jipping on me. I asked for $500 and he said no.
Blake,
Blake!
I told you we would wait for your birthday and ask him who put it in your birthday card. You have to.
I can't deal with this. Listen to yourselves.
What?
Your grandfather, my brother, is a self-made multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
He's never taken a day off in his life, and he's just mad at you because you're leeching off him like the leechers that you are.
What are you supposed to do when you got a rich grandpa? You're supposed to leech, Uncle Joey. That's your problem. You ain't
That's
never.
fine when you're 12, Blake.
Oh, you're just trying to compete against him. And guess what, Uncle Joey? You ain't never gonna be as good as Grandpa Stewart.
Blake, it's okay. Look, Joe, I know you're trying to step in as some sort of father figure. Joey, I mean,
okay.
But we don't need that from you, okay?
Did you see it? Wait. I just was giving out. Did you see that sun flare? That was a very weird sun flare that just came through.
Grandpa,
Dad, did you
time
take
for
your
that.
medicine?
Yes, I took
Listen.
my medicine.
Listen to me. It's very important.
Yeah.
Ellen, I want you to say my name is Ellen, and I am not defined by my relationships to my dead husband or my good-for-nothing son.
At least you could just say son.
Okay, fair. My name is Ellen, and I am not just the basis of
Let me
my
hear it.
son Blake.
There you
Listen,
go.
Joe, this is a family reunion. Why would I make this about me in some sort of solo identity? I don't understand. I live for connecting with other people, especially my own son.
I'm gonna do that keg stand now.
Okay, dear.
All right. Well, this is rapidly devolving into one of our in-person
Oh my
family.
God.
Oh, Jesus. You know what? My DoorDash is here. I'm just going to say goodnight to everybody. Hope
I did it, Mommy.
I'll see you guys next year.
I did it.
Good luck with
Congratulations, Blake.
any future surgeries. I look forward to the next newsletter, Joe.
Uncle Joey, I send you some motivational podcasts.
Don't you
And-
dare send me another goddamn thing.
Hey,
Whenever you mail something to me, if you could just send it to Blake's mom / Ted's wife, then I'll know who it's for.
That's more than a Freudian slip. That's the part of the problem right there.
Dad, come on.
all right, listen,
Gross.
I'm a little woozy from that cake stand, so I'm gonna go ahead and
I'll leave some warm milk at your door later,
I
sweetheart.
love you, Mama. Bye, Grandpa.
you.
Don't forget to send me money.
Just go with it. Oh, thank you so much, everyone. Oh, thank you so much. Just go with it, improv. Thank you, Grandpa Stewart. All right. Thank you, and
we come back on now.
I'll actually get to see you in person in North Central Ohio very, very soon. Thank you so much for doing the show, guys. We really, really appreciate it. All right, so Dan, one more check-in before we get to our final act of the night.
Sure. I thought I'd give a shout out to one person that I saw watching. That is Becky Rolnick. I see her commenting and liking the feed. I'm also seeing some comments from Marjorie Preston, who is watching and really enjoyed this last set and really wants to give a shout out to Blake's mom / Ted's wife. And she just loved the characters in general. So great job, great set, guys. That was actually really inventive. I kind of really like that you were just changing your Zoom names throughout the set to help people know what character you were. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I mean, she was a mom and a wife.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we could get more clear than that.
Mm-hmm. I know.
So I want to take a moment to just kind of thank all of our acts tonight. Just go with it, improv. Thank you to Luis, to Patty, to Katie. Again, we really don't have a show without all of our opening acts, and we try to offer free comedy variety twice a week. And geography is no barrier, and we're really grateful that you were all able to clear your schedules tonight to do this. With that said, when we come back this Wednesday, we've got another really stacked show. We're going to have some stand-up and music. Our friend Ross Childs is going to be debuting some original music on the show. Plus, we'll have stand-up comedy from Brooke Barcel, Dan Fitzpatrick, and Janelle Murphy. So please stay tuned for the show this Wednesday. Without further ado, our final act of the evening are the co-hosts and co-producers of Some Irregular Sundays. They have been performing together for about 7.5 years now. Normally, they host this show 2, maybe 3 Sundays a month at Shakers on Clark, hence the name, Some Irregular Sundays. Fingers crossed, they will be performing at the Omaha Comedy Festival in Omaha, Nebraska for the 5th year in a row. Please give it up for Flower Shop Bangers.
Carousel Alhambra by Led Zeppelin, a very underrated tune.
Indeed.
Yeah, so we are the Flower Shop Bangers. I thought I would give a little shout out. You will see above me. We're just going to keep this up our whole set just to see if there is anyone who wants to donate to the tip jar. Either of those Venmos up there will go to our tip jar. So if anyone happens to be like drinking a beer maybe, and you're like, I would have paid $5 for this beer at a bar. Well, you know what? Truth be told, you can donate that $5 to us, or maybe the difference. Maybe that beer costs you 85 cents at the store. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so that's just like something I'm thinking about. If you want to know, that's my dog Theo. I'm not good at pointing when it comes to that's my dog Theo. Some people say he's their favorite member of the Flower Shop Bangers. And yeah, so we are the Flower Shop Bangers. We're here to do improv for you, and we get weird with it.
Okay, so it's the blue wire.
A blue wire.
It Blue Wire. Okay. All right. Just making sure I've got this straightened out. I'm just.
I mean, I think the one thing I would say to you about this, I know that, Bomb Squad is professional business.
Okay, and that's.
I think we need to be professional here,
No, I get it. I get it.
No. I don't mean like you've been unprofessional, but some members of our team.
Okay.
I'm just going to throw it out there. Some of the things they do on the job is just unprofessional.
No, I get it. I mean, people have been showing up drunk on the job.
Yeah, no.
But it's like, how can you just, diffuse bombs remotely,
I don't know.
You got to have the whole team there. I don't care if it's social distancing.
Yeah,
or
I
anything
know.
like that.
I
mean, it's
exactly.
like, I'm talking to you on Zoom right now. And
we have to, I know, I gotcha. You have
Yeah,
me
like-
here. We are on video chat. We're trying to describe how this bomb is
Mhm.
going to get diffused right now.
Yeah, and I'm using an old iPhone 2 too. You
Lord.
think
That
would
can run
be, like,
Zoom?
technology. Somehow, I'm just hoping that I don't use up all my memory.
That has like a self-facing camera? I didn't know they had those in those ones. I thought you had to take a selfie, like,
Oh, I've got
turn it around
uh,
and hit the button with the awkwardly,
Yeah, I mean, I had to stand it up and everything.
Oh, sure, okay.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, so
wow, you're getting really intense here.
Okay. Well, again, I mean, I've got like 90 seconds on this bomb.
I mean, I'm just going to throw out there, though, did that one have, some earlier ones didn't really have a speaker. Or maybe that was the iPod Touch. I don't know.
Good question. So it's a blue wire. We have to diffuse the blue wire.
Yeah, it's a blue wire.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Got it. All right. I got it. I mean, there was a whole mess of them. Okay.
It's a little hard for me to see. I'm not going to lie. Your video's coming in a little grainy.
Well,
I mean, you have this on your iPhone too. You have had that phone since what? 2000.
7?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I was first in line for this bad boy.
Wow.
Uh,
And you
all
just
right.
couldn't let it go.
All right. Now, there's got to be like one more thing in here because otherwise it's not just the blue wire.
Mhm.
Okay.
I know. There's also the green wire. There's the yellow wire. There's the
Blue
red
okay,
wire.
yeah,
There's
okay. All right,
there's
I've
the
got,
gray wire. Don't forget about the gray wire. Don't.
32 seconds. Okay. Okay. Goodness. Okay, it's diffused.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Not gonna lie, Tony, I miss having you here.
No, I gotcha. But truth be told, we can only send one patrolman out at every bomb diffusing.
Yeah.
It's just the nature of the business.
No, I did it. God.
Truth be told, the bomb squad is a dying breed. Let's be honest.
The bomb just farted.
The bomb farted? I don't think
Yeah.
a bomb can fart, friend.
It just leaked like fluid, but it made kind of like a fart sound.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay.
Anyway, as I was saying, the bomb squad.
Yeah.
They're not a lot of new recruits are deciding to go into bomb squad.
That's disappointing.
It is disappointing.
You would think, you're bound to find someone who's like an adrenaline junkie.
You're bound to find someone, yes.
Yes.
Well, it is, I know. I'm just as disappointed as you are, because honestly, when we were coming in, bomb squad was all the rage. Who am I kidding,
Legit.
Oh,
God.
oh my God.
Wants to join the SWAT unit.
And truth be told, it was the hardest one to get into, and we've been here for how long?
Goodness, about 15 years.
15 years.
We're both going to get our 15-year patch in September.
I know.
Yeah.
And truth be told, I mean, I don't know. I do worry about the bomb squad, though, because, I mean, once I can collect my pension in 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
am I going to stick around? Do I have much of a reason to? These bombs keep coming, but quite frankly, when no one new is joining,
Mm-hmm.
how do
that
we...
worries me too.
I mean, we'll probably age out of this job, but I just do think, the new generation has to come in eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's a big worry on my mind. I guess I'm getting to that point. This 15-year mark is really, really weighing on me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're pretty much grizzled veterans at this point. I mean, what happens to if something happens to both of us.
Do you think we were just too good at our jobs?
I don't know. I think it's just something where it kind of ebbs and flows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that, maybe we're just kind of at a low point, and then there'll probably be like a whole new wave of people that want to join the bomb squad.
Well, like us, were we too good at our jobs? Did we just work everyone out of the business,
Maybe. I mean, we've defused a lot of bombs together.
We've defused a lot of bombs.
Yeah. I mean, I'm amazed by how many bombs have been getting planted in the
I think our average has been three a week for the last many years.
I mean, who wants to keep blowing up the Chicago suburbs? I mean, it's like,
I don't know. These people are crazy.
I'm in Clarendon Hills. Who wants to blow up Clarendon Hills?
No, dear Lord, I'm surprised anyone even goes to Clarendon Hills.
I mean, they've got some nice houses. They got a cemetery. Like a very small shopping area.
Yeah. They have things.
Yeah. People just.
Hmm?
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't really have much to say. Honestly, you can continue on your thought.
Yeah, I mean, who wants to? I mean, goodness. I mean, I'm amazed by how many people just want to blow up just random things. I mean, it's kind of keeping us in business. It's keeping the lights on.
It's true.
No lie there. I mean, but even so, it's like you'd think it'd be like someplace exciting, like a bank, or like some kind of federal building, or kind of like something like you would see like in the last 5-10 minutes of like an episode of like MacGyver or something.
Yeah, no, but lately it's been a string of convenience stores.
Yeah, Yankee Candle, Bed Bath and Beyond, Bath and Body Works. Who wants to blow up a Yankee Candle?
I don't know who wants to blow up a Yankee Candle.
Are you trying to set off all the candles all at once? I mean, I don't really understand. Disgruntled employee.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I hate retail too, but
I don't know.
Yeah, but
I've had a suspicion lately. I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
This has been my suspicion for a little bit.
I'm listening, Tony.
They're creating fake missions to keep us occupied, to keep us around, to keep us on our toes.
That would explain the Hickory Farms.
Yeah. Because who actually wants to blow that up? No one wants to blow that up. But they know us. They know we're the two best bomb squad people. And the day that there is actually a bomb, and quite frankly, I will tell you, in 2005, there were bombs galore.
Yeah.
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 There were so many bombs in 2005. No one knew what to do with all the bombs. But
today, who's watching after the cheese and sausage baskets? Maybe that's maybe this bomb was a decoy.
What?
Maybe this bomb was a decoy. Because again, it just when at the exact second that it was supposed to blow up, and I was looking at that timer, it just farted out like this little black fluid.
It could have been. I mean, what do you think of the last 10 bombs we've defused? I mean, our average has been 3 bombs a week.
Yeah, exactly.
For the last what?
That's high demand.
15 years.
It's and in the most random places too. Like, I mean, I had to defuse a bomb inside of Sears, and I don't think anyone even noticed.
No one noticed.
I had my kit and everything. I mean, I had to.
These are things that don't make the evening news. These aren't things that anyone talks about.
Yeah, exactly. It just happens so often. It doesn't even feel anyone anymore.
Truth be told, I went on Reddit the other day and I tried to do an AMA, an Ask Me Anything.
Okay.
Said I was a seasoned veteran of the bomb squad. I thought people would want to know about that. I didn't get a single question.
Wow.
Yeah. Not a single one. Not a single question.
No, right? I mean, it's people, part of the thing about being on the bomb squad is that it's part of the STEM field. I mean, you have to have some understanding of chemistry.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's not just quick snipping wires. Oh,
Sometimes
I
it's
just-
tracing back the wires to the bomb and seeing which one is linked up to the reactor.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, these are things, you know. It is kind of weird talking about it with people, though, because it is just one of those jobs. Like, you just can't. People just don't understand it,
No,
you know. I'll
I
be
mean, this
honest,
is
you know.
heavy duty
Yeah.
stuff. It's not as sexy as being a cop.
hmm
It's, it's not like you're on an adventure every day like some firefighter or some first responder.
I've spent the last 10 years of my marriage trying to explain to my wife how to defuse a bomb,
Mm-hmm.
and she gave up. She gave up. Honestly, probably like 10 minutes in when I tried to explain how to, and I've tried again at various points, and she's just like, "Shut up.
Okay.
Let's keep watching Mad Men."
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to blame Josie for that.
I mean, you can't. You really can't. Quite
Right.
honestly, what I do at work is sophisticated and great and wonderful, and it's like the thing. I don't even know if I want to leave in 5 years, man.
No, I get it. I mean, I may stick for another year after retirement. We'll see. I
don't
think
know. I mean, you know,
full-timers have to get like a 10% pay cut or something.
I mean, I almost do wonder at this point if maybe I could be, you know, a trainer, you know, like one of the people who actually trains the new bomb squad. But
Oh yeah, pass along to the next generation. It's
yeah,
yeah. I mean, I'd love to be a mentor.
yeah, I know. I think about being one of those mentors, but at the same time, I'm like, one, no one's signing up, and two, Lord, would I miss being out on the field.
You're not even in the field right now.
I am, whatever. I'll be at the next one. I mean, you know,
You're
we
in your
kind of
bedroom.
alternate bomb versus bomb.
Okay.
I know. I'm getting a little worked up here.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. I'd love to have you out on the field. I mean, I guess there's all these regulations right now with social distancing and everything like that. But it doesn't damn matter if there's two charred bodies.
I know.
I mean, I'll wear a mask. I mean, I'll stand 6 feet away from you. But you never know when there's, when I have to defuse a bomb by a Zoom, there's always that 2-second delay. And, time is of the essence. It really does come down. It really is a game of inches here.
It is. It is, Ted. It is a game of inches.
Yeah. And and pressure's on me because it's like, I'm the one guy who shows up. I don't even get the bomb squad ban anymore. I have to go defuse a bomb in my 2013 Altima.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
220,000 miles
why
on
do
that
you look
Altima.
like you're a Lyft driver? It's just. Okay.
Well, we
maybe
don't
I'm
do
just,
glamorous work, but we do it.
yeah, I'd take a vacation, but we can't leave the country.
No, we can't. Quite honestly, we're on lists, you know. We're on. I mean, like, I know. Quite frankly, I know we've diffused bombs that are definitely were definitely pointed here by like North Korea or Russia, or honestly, there were a couple from Switzerland. No one would have guessed it.
Those Swiss bastards.
I mean, they're a conniving bunch. No one really expects them.
Yeah, but everyone underrates the Belgians.
But truth be told, the moment we defuse those bombs, our names are on a list in those countries. Quite honestly, I did want to take my family on a vacation to Moscow. It would have just been too dangerous.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, your that vacation would have turned into like Die Hard 5 or something.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't want my children to get kidnapped. That's not good.
No.
No.
Exactly. We've been Die Hard 5 and Taken.
I mean, not saying that I couldn't like rescue them, but also it's just too much of a dangerous situation.
No, I understand. It's okay, and you're throwing in like some old Schwarzenegger movie too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. I've just seen too many action movies. That's how I've been handling the pandemic. It's just,
I
it's
gotcha.
an outlet for me. It's cathartic.
You
know,
watch
just
them and you
like-
think, wow, we could have it worse.
Exactly. It's just like building goes boom and stuff like that. I mean, I'm sorry. Just my whole life, it's just like I'm kind of
Yeah.
leaving. living and breathing this sort of thing. I can't even put words together. I'm just, and even so, like, who's making these bombs while social distancing? I mean, the bomb that we just made, you know, takes like 2 or 3 people to build. I mean, this is not just like your little bottle rocket or Molotov or anything like that. This was like a legit, like something you'd almost see, like if it said before, like in the last 10 minutes of MacGyver.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
I mean, I wouldn't have consulted you if I knew how to, you know, diffuse like a little Molotov cocktail, you know, like some little Pepsi bottle piece of shit. No, and that's where you come in. I mean, that's what I'm grateful for you. I mean, I feel bad for snapping at you. I mean, you've got all this horse sense and all this knowledge, and just like if I screw up, I mean, you're the guy I'm going to have to talk to. Okay, no, so you know, bear with me on that. Oh, I just got a notification on my iPhone too.
Okay, that's the sound it makes.
Yes, it does. Oh, no, it's just someone liked my post on MySpace.
Oh,
yeah,
on MySpace.
It's an iPhone 2.
I gotcha, but I mean, like, you can still access modern websites, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I mean, MySpace, you have a... I mean, this isn't even a comment on the fact that you have an iPhone 2. This is a comment on the fact that you haven't signed up for Facebook yet. Or Twitter, or I don't know.
No, I know. Facebook lost me when they added the news feed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
What's next? They're going to get rid of poking?
I think that's still a thing.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, okay. Well,
I think you can still poke people.
My mind. I mean, I only deactivated. I didn't completely delete it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So you could go back on there and poke someone if you wanted to. Be like, hey, poke, 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 I'm back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at my poke list, and it's all, go figure, it's all Russian terrorists.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, maybe it's just a trap.
That is a classic move, you know. I remember those days, you know, we would log on to Facebook and we would poke them, be like, hey, poke, that means I defused your bomb. Poke.
Yep. Poke. Coming to get you. Poke. To America. Poke.
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 That brings me back.
Yes, it does. All right. Well, I guess it'll probably be like a bombing at like, I don't know, like Cracker Barrel in the next couple of days or something.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, you know, based on how bombs have been over the last, you know, several months, yes, there will probably be a bombing at the Cracker Barrel.
Yep. Those Cracker Barrels are always in the middle of nowhere, so it's like, what damage is going to be done? They're always off the interstate. That makes sense. That always makes sense.
Yeah.
I'd even think about that.
Oh man, that's a pattern.
That's a pattern.
That's a pattern in bombings. I could tell us something.
They don't blow up the gift shop.
No. They shouldn't blow up the gift shop because, quite frankly, that's a spot where you can buy that little game with the sticks that you try and, like, you know, hop one over to the other eventually to get one stick in the bunch. And if they destroyed all of those, well, who's going to entertain themselves?
No one.
No one. And that's our show!
Thank you so much. Dan, thank you again for doing tech. Thank you to all of our performers. We'll be back this Wednesday with our friends Ross Childs and Brooke Barcel. In the meantime, please stay home. Please wash your hands. Please stay 6 feet away from Troy Halpern. Black Lives Matter. Have a good evening.